Oh, wow. Is this working? Is this on? Great. Hey, folks. Ooh, that was my phone. How's everyone doing? This is Aaron from Simon & Simon Art. And this is a time-lapse video on my new creation called Balance the Mind, Balance the Body, and Don't Forget the Memes. So also another thing about this is I want to get into why me and Arlie decided to close our art store. We actually had two, so we closed down one. The other one, I pulled off all our artwork except for maybe 3, and that's like coloring pages, and that was our Etsy store. But let's just get on to that part first. So why did we decide to close our art store? So we were working with another party. They were called Art Storefront, and they were great. I mean, they helped us build a website. They helped us set everything up. They even did the marketing, right? And which was good because that took a load off of us when it came to marketing our artwork. And, when you have a day job and then you're trying to constantly create artwork, it can be stressful at times if you're also doing the marketing. Now, we were doing that for about 3 years, to say, and we wasn't really getting a lot of sales. So, of course, when you're putting money into a business, you're hoping to get at least some of that back. I think throughout the whole thing, from our art store through Art Storefront, we maybe had 2 or 3 sales, and that was really usually during the holidays or a little bit here and there. And then we also had a art store on Etsy where, once again, 2 or 3 sales, and it gets kind of, you get kind of down because you're like, well, what am I doing wrong? Am I not hitting the right crowd? What should I do? I mean, we've done our first gallery show last year, which, it was with other creators, and it was pretty good. We had a lot of good feedback, but once again, no sales, no generation, no whatnot. And then I recently did an art show early this year, the Pancakes and Booze art show. And, you had a lot of people who commented on Arlie's work and everything else, but once again, we really wasn't seeing any sales. So after a while, we're like, yeah, I mean, do we want to continue still doing this, or where we're shelling out money monthly, or, do we try to switch gears? So, we were talking about it, and then I was like, you know what? Let's just close the art store, and, just think about trying to do something else, because it was getting frustrated. And most of the times when people were asking about purchasing our work, and we would get excited, it's about some scam, some NFT selling for NFTs, or they were talking some BS about doing this and that, and it was very like degrading. Like, you're sitting here, you're trying to create stuff, and someone wants NFT. We're like, if we want to do NFT stuff, we would do it ourselves. Especially when we had an automated email response for people who sent us stuff, and we're like, no, we don't do NFTs, and they still ask about it. I mean, come on. If we say we don't do that, we don't cater to that, then what's this about? I remember with the Etsy store, I had set up a certain section for NFT, and we even put that in. If you are into NFTs, please go to our Etsy store, and we have a certain section for NFTs. And I actually priced it based off our time that we put into it. And, I remember a friend of mine asking me, hey, why is your digital downloads so high? And when I explained it to him, he goes, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, they're gonna, if you just keep getting that and they don't want to buy the physical artwork, yeah, charging for that much, right? And of course, that never happened. So yeah, so as of now, our art store, we parted ways with Art Storefront. Like I said, they're good for if you're an artist and you want to get your stuff out there. I mean, they help you with the marketing and everything else and set up the website. But when me and Arlie were talking about it, I realized they're good if you're already established, right? Or you have some sort of niche that makes you stand out. Then that's great because they do different types of prints on different medias, from paper to metal to acrylic, t-shirts, tote bags. They have a whole bunch of stuff that they print on that normal print-on-demand companies work with. So that's great. If you're well established and you're looking for someone to help you do everything, then I say go with them. There are others that are out there that you can also look at. I know right now we are looking at another print company to help us with that stuff. And here's the thing with that print company, unless me and Ari have more than 25 pieces of art, it's pretty good. Now I'm about to order two prints from them for the next Pancakes and Booze art show that I'm doing on July 9th. Oh yeah, let me plug that. So if you're in the New York City area and you're not busy July 9th, which is a Thursday, please come to the Brooklyn Monarch and for the Pancakes and Booze show. It's going to be awesome. The pancakes, you get free pancakes, and then also there's booze. If you don't drink booze, I know they have soap. They have other beverages if you're not a drinker, alcoholic drinker, so you can come in, check it out. They do body paints. Last time there was someone that did a performance piece right there. They also, someone was selling oils for beards, and my brother picked up some. So yeah, so there's a lot of cool art stuff that's going to be happening. So on July 9th at the Brooklyn Monarch, come on down. I will have everything in the description for this video so that you can come check it out. Now back to the story. So right now, like I said, we're working with this other company, and we're slowly putting things on, and we're going to see how that works out. When I was showing Arlie how the payment system and everything works, we were like, okay, we don't have to pay nothing now until we exceed this part. If this ends up working out, then we will maybe do a payment thing. We still own, Arlie said we still own the SimonSIgnArt.com, the web page thing. So we still own that, which is good. So nobody can actually take that from us. And she said she had to set on auto pay, which is great, because to come up with a new domain name sucked. So that is good. Another thing is, I told Arlie that I'm not going to create no new art prints for the summer. The reason being, I just want to take the summertime to just start polishing up on my skills, because most of the time I'm sketching at work during lunchtime, so I really don't get the chance to really sit down for maybe an hour, 2 or 3 with my art desk and then just drawing away on my art desk. I'm usually doing things on the computer. And earlier during the week, I was practicing with my perspective on the computer because I couldn't find most of my stuff to do it on my art desk. Now I found everything and I know where everything is, so I'll probably work on that Friday night and Saturday. Just drawing some perspective stuff, because besides practicing it on Clip Studio, I want to practice it on paper. So this way, if I decide that I want to draw it out first and get everything down first and then scanning in and do it on Clip Studio, I can do that. Also, I want to work on coloring and Clip Studio, or just doing the base colors in Clip Studio and then fine tune it in Photoshop. So I want to start working on that also. But other than that, yeah, that's the reason why we closed the art store. You know, in hindsight, we wasn't getting any sales. We were paying to have things done, and scammers. That was the number one reason we stopped, was because of scammers. But here's a funny thing. The minute I closed the art store, I started getting emails. Hey, is this for sale? Hey, is this for sale? Hey, is this for sale? And I was like, no. Then I realized the coloring pages you can still buy, and I still had our stuff on it, so I had to take off all the art stuff on it. But I decided, let me leave the coloring pages on it, so at least this way, if someone wants to buy a coloring page, they can buy a coloring page. So if you go to our Etsy store, you can still buy coloring pages there, but that's the only thing you're going to see there. And if that's the case, I might just use that for coloring pages only, and leave the other. And when we do decide to release this new art store, leave it just for art. Now, on to balance the mind, balance the body, and the boobs. Or don't forget the boobs. I'm still working with the title. So Arlie asked me, or Arlie was talking to me about when we were talking about shifting gears. She goes, well, you like to drink, you like to joke. Why not combine the two? She said this early in the year. I was like, I was on the fence with it. And the reason why she said I should do this because she saw another artist, and I wish I remember who he was because I think I still follow him. But he did a lot of drawings with Apple. So I was like, all right, well, you know what? Let me play around with it. And I had one before this, but it wasn't working out. And then I decided, let me do this, and I came up with it. As you can see earlier, I was doing it one way. I didn't like it because I realized a lot of my drawings, it's always the person looking at you, like the way, if you go back, you'll see what I mean with the way I did the poses. So in this case, I wanted the pose to be a little bit different, a little bit from an angle, a little bit, something where things pop. Of course, as you're watching the video, there's a lot of stuff in here that I added that was actually taken out at the end because it didn't quite work the way I expected. But this is why I like doing digital. Like, I like to sketch things out and then do it digitally, because sometimes once you finish, you realize, oh, I don't like it. And doing it digital, I can just take things out and rework it the way I can. And I believe I have done this. I have reworked this a couple of times because of certain things. But other than that, it was a good experience. I like how the colors came out. This one I'm going to order, and I believe I have this set for acrylic. To be printed on acrylic, and the other one that I'm going to show at the show called when the lioness walks into the room, that's going to be done on metal. So keep your eyes on those two, because we are going to have something special for when we do open up the store for the public, to let people know that, hey, we're open, we're back in business, and we want you guys to, be there for our opening. And the opening more than likely will happen on July, on July 9th, the day of the Pancakes and Booze show. So July 9th, just be aware that I'm gonna be at the show, and then we're gonna be also opening up the new store, and see how that goes. So all in all, that's it. That's what's been happening. Also, we're teaching out. Arlie's been teaching the girls how to drive. Since we do have a 19 and 15-year-old, so she's been taking them to the park with her car, teaching them how to drive. So our oldest, she's a little bit apprehensive because she's worried that she might get into an accident. We say that happens all the time. That's why there's insurance. And our youngest, she goes, yeah, let's go do this. I'm ready to drive. So she's very gung-ho about that. When you have kids, they all have different personalities. In one case, I have one daughter that's very reserved. The other one is like is gung-ho and ready to go. But other than that, everything is good. I can't complain one bit. I think that the summer and just taking a break from creating print is going to be good, and I'm going to have the opportunity to just sit back and relax and not worry about just creating new art. Like I said, it's more focusing on just working on those skills, especially the basic skills and everything else and whatnot. But that's enough for me. I'm Aaron from Simon & Simon Art, and it's hot because I went outside to get something for lunch, and I hope you have a good rest of the week. Everything's great. I know here in New York that they're gonna be doing the ticket tape parade on Thursday, so yeah, I work in New Jersey, so I don't have to worry about it. But try driving home. It's gonna be a nightmare, even though everything's happening in the morning. But people like to party until nighttime. So anyways, this is Aaron. See you soon, and keep being creative. Peace.
hard for me to tell. These demons to go around, tell them go to hell. Yeah, yeah. In this deep past, I know your spirit well.